Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Escape to Arizona YouTube channel. My name is Ryan Meeks, your Valley real estate agent, and today we're going to be learning the 5 pros and the 5 cons to living in Arizona. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up? We're going to get straight into it. So we're going to start with the pros. So coming in at number 5, we have spring training. That's right, spring training here in the Valley. There are 15 teams that play between the West Valley all the way to the East Valley. So no matter where you live, you can find that team that you love. We have both Chicago teams down here, San Francisco's down here, Oakland Athletics are down here. We have the Seattle Mariners, just a ton of teams. And guess what? Very little of the games get rained out. So that is awesome. So coming in at number 4, we have the location of Arizona geographically. So we are in an area that is, obviously a desert, a valley. And when you leave the valley, we have some of the best climate that you've ever seen. It's great for camping. You can go within an hour of Gilbert. You can go see snow, play in the snow, and then realize, hey, I know why I moved to Arizona and get away from the snow again. So you can do a lot of different things in Arizona with the climate. I think there's every climate type besides tundra in Arizona. So it's just a great state for that. It's also very close to San Diego. It's very close to Las Vegas, and it's very close to the beaches in Mexico. 3.5 hours to the beach, 5 hours to San Diego, 5 hours to Las Vegas. So you don't have to get up on a plane. You can just, take a nice car ride, especially if you have some screaming kids in the back like I always do when we go to these places. But I'll tell you what, it makes for a great time, and it's very nice that we live somewhere that's so close to some other great destinations without having to get on an airplane. So coming in at number 3, we have hiking and kayaking. I put those on the same line just because they're interchangeable on where you go. So if you go to Lake Saguaro, you have the option to hike. You have the option to go on the lake and kayak. Or you could also go to Canyon Lake. You can go to the marina, rent a boat, rent a jet ski if that's not your thing, to kayak. But once again, hiking, you can hit up all the mountains that are around the valley area. You have Camelback Mountain. There in Scottsdale. To the south, you have Santan Mountain. You have South Mountain, which is near Ahwatukee. So there's a lot of mountains, a lot of hiking here in Arizona. And if you love outdoor living, you're going to love hiking. You're going to love kayaking. You're going to just love being outdoors. So coming in here at number 2, we have the weather. Of course, the weather. I mean, I think that hands down is the best thing, but it's not the thing that made me move here, so it came in at number 2. So 80 to 90% of the time, you're going to have the sun out. People are going to be happy. You just find people are in better moods here. It's crazy. People are just a lot happier, I've noticed, and I think it's because of the weather. I like to think it's because of the weather. So 80 to 90% of the time, like I said, you're going to see the sun, which is awesome. And then as far as the temperature goes, it's pretty much nice from October 1st all the way through the end of May. And then June, July, August, September, you just swim the entire summer, and we'll get into that here in a minute. So let's go to number 1 on the list, and that is the taxes, the property taxes specifically. So property taxes here are going to be about a quarter of what you pay in Illinois. So we were paying about $10,000 on a $320,000 house. Got that cut for a $360,000 house. We're now paying $2,500. So we went from $10,000 to $2,500. So some of the cons that we have, starting at number 5, yard work. Who likes yard work, right? Well, if you get a big yard and you have a lot of trees, guess what? These trees grow like weeds. Mesquite trees need to be trimmed, and that's not easy. You got to get up on a 12-foot ladder sometimes. It's pretty crazy. And palm trees need to be trimmed, and there are some palms that are like 60, 70 feet tall. So I don't even know how a landscaper would get up there without a crane. So it gets to be very, very tedious. So, and here's a picture of our yard and the waste that we've had from the last week. Crazy, right? So number 4, we're looking at the drivers here, okay? Now, the drivers, I think Arizona has a lot to do with it because they set the speed limit so high and they're pretty lax on their texting laws. And there's not a whole lot of cops out with their radar guns kind of monitoring how fast traffic is going. So what's happening here is that there's a lot of red light runners and they get into accidents. I feel that there's a lot of people texting, they get into accidents, and being that there's a higher speed limit, when you pull out of your subdivision from a stop sign, you usually have to do about 50, 55 miles an hour just to get even with the cars and to keep up with the cars that are speeding, going over the speed limit. So it's a little tough. Number 3, we're going to call it the sun. Okay, as much as I love the sun here, it's great. Sometimes it can really be annoying, and the reason I say that is in the summer you're looking for shade. You just can't really, even in the winter, you can't leave your house without sunglasses. It is just so bright here. So that's definitely a pro, but also throwing it into the cons there. Coming in at number 2, we have scorpions. Yes, scorpions, and I'm sure if you've researched moving to Arizona at all, that you've looked into scorpions. So my son has been stung. He's 5 years old. He's been stung by a scorpion, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't as bad as we thought it would be. He kind of brushed it off. He did have a little bit of tingling in the leg, and then he went to sleep, woke up, pain was gone. So that was nice, and that was overnight, not just sleeping during the day, by the way. But now he likes to go scorpion hunting. That's one of his favorite things to do. So the backyard, we'll hit it up, and we'll get 5, 6 scorpions in a night. So you can also spray for scorpions. That really helps, and we sprayed for, I want to say about the first 6 months we were here, then we stopped. But there's a fee that goes along with that as well. So definitely something to just be aware of. And then finally, the number 1 con here is the summer heat, which is why people leave. It does get hot. I've only seen it get about up to 117, 118 maybe. I've seen pictures of when it was 125 and all that. But yeah, it gets hot here. But the blessing about it is that 105 here feels like 95 back in cities that have high humidity, because there is a lower amount of humidity here in the summer. So one thing I've noticed, that when it's 95 degrees and you get out of a pool, you're actually really cold. It's cold, and you're like, where's my towel? So it is, I always say whatever the temperature is here, if it's 65, it feels like 55 in Chicago, Washington, anywhere with high humidity. So definitely the last con there is the summer heat. So now you know the pros, and now you know the cons. I hope to see you here soon. Hey, thanks for watching. For more videos on escaping to Arizona, just click that subscribe button to stay in the loop.